Look, everybody, I know that things are about as bad as they can get down here on this submarine, and we only have maybe 40 hours of air left, which is why I'm so sorry that I have to do this, but I'm sorry. I only thought we were going to be down here for like 4 or 5 hours. It's been 2 days. I can't hold it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's so wrong. That's so inappropriate right now. But it is so freaking funny. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name is Zukernowski here of WeAreChange.org, and we have a lot of absolutely wild and bewildering news to get into today. Yes, we're going to be talking about the submarine. Yes, we're going to be talking about the urban decay, the destruction of America from the inside, some very interesting developments surrounding Elon Musk, Hunter Biden. Lots of things are just absolutely going haywire. Is there even a major admission by BlackRock? Well, we're going to look at that plus a lot more, all here on this independent media organization. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you could get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com, perfectly representing an unofficial campaign ad for the Biden administration. 4 more years is something I would expect Danny Polishuk to say, as of course his video, his take on what's happening with the submarine right now, absolutely inappropriate. Totally inappropriate. Totally wrong. But hilarious. Very bold and brave move by Danny. Definitely go check him out. We are going to be linking his YouTube video down in the description below. And as you could tell, he probably is like me and believes we need a lot more humor during very tragic events, as it's important to laugh in life more than just cry about the craziness happening in our society. All of this as the nation's attention is on a remote-controlled submarine that was being operated by woke crew with a bunch of billionaires on there that have gone missing. This as their oxygen supply is, of course, dwindling, estimated to be just 24 hours, as a possible rescue operation here would be an absolute miracle, which, let's just be honest here, we hope happens. All of this as we're finding out that there was a lot of warnings to the potential extreme danger of this entire mission beforehand that, of course, people didn't listen to. This as we're finding out that the CEO of this company was implementing woke policies, cutting corners, and hiring people that weren't right for the job, but were right for the ESG social credit score that, of course, virtue signaled and highlighted the diversity and woke efforts by this company using a game controller as a way to operate this, quote, submarine. This is the audio from the CEO himself.
Yes, I mean, when I started the business, one of the things you'll find there are other sub-operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. I wanted our team to be younger, to be inspirational, and I'm not going to inspire a 16-year-old to go pursue marine technology. But a 25-year-old, who's a sub-pilot or a platform operator or one of our techs can be inspirational. And so we've really tried to get very intelligent, motivated, younger individuals involved, because we're doing things that are completely new. We're taking approaches that are used largely in the aerospace industry, is related to safety and some of the preponderance of checklists, things we do for risk assessments and things like that are more aviation related than ocean related. And we can train people to do that. We can train someone to pilot the sub. We use a game controller, so anybody can drive the sub.
Yeah, anyone. Just anyone off of the streets that fills our diversity quotas. Yeah, let's put them in the sub that people are responsible for the lives of others. Because, the guys who are most qualified for it, they're just too old and white. And in other, what in the hell are you thinking news? Bud Light is, of course, getting more bad financial news as their sales are continuing to drop yet another 27%. As rightfully so, the fluoride endocrine disrupting, liver damaging, brain harming beverage that they tried to get little tweens to drink is not doing good in the fair marketplace of competition. And in my opinion, rightfully so. In other, what in the world are you thinking news? Fox News just got their latest ratings numbers after ousting their number one anchor, who was willing to question both political parties, willing to ask the hard questions, willing to go up against powerful people for the benefit of the general public by asking sincere, legitimate questions to those in authority who abuse it routinely. This as we're finding out that Fox News's ratings have fallen to the 14th place behind MSNBC and even behind Joy Reid. Yes, CIA establishment regurgitating stooge Sean Hannity now is in the 14th place of ratings, as Fox News had a major total collapse of their entire media organization that used to dominate the number one spot in all of news television. All of this as Tucker Carlson's videos that he's releasing independent segments on Twitter are getting millions and millions of views. His latest video, 11.6 million views. Yes, you heard that correctly. Dominating most of American media viewership and absolutely dominating the news cycle, especially with his latest episode talking about the extremely unfair political prosecution in this country that we're going to be talking about in just a little bit. In other really dumb moves, we're also finding out that the U.S. Pentagon has an accounting error that provided an extra $6.2 billion for Ukrainian military aid, which is a drop in the bucket to the trillions of dollars that the Pentagon can account for that routinely goes missing. Specifically on September 10th, 2001, there was a couple $1 trillion that, were just never accounted for, never found. I wonder what the hell's going on there. This, as it's fair to say that there's a lot of secretive black budgets and really crazy things that the U.S. government is doing with your tax dollars that you do not know about, that we routinely like to talk about on LukeUnfiltered.com, our own members area, which is more crucial than ever since, of course, YouTube just fully demonetized us without warning. Why did they do it? What was responsible for us getting a significant portion of our livelihood that paid for our operation, that paid for our staff, that paid for people to be able to live? Why did they cut that money? Nope, just a blanket generalized statement without even specifically telling us what was going on here. And this is why, screw it. We have our own memberships. You guys signing up for just 50 cents a day means the world to me, and it helps grow this independent media operation. In exchange for that, I give you guys a video almost every single day, 3 master classes, in real life meetups, a forum to meet like-minded people, a store that saves you a crap ton of money and gives you exclusive gear that you could only get as a member, contest, giveaways, and a whole lot of incredible participation in this independent media operation, which you are sort of a part of by signing up and being a member. Your memberships are more crucial than ever, and we can't thank you enough for your support. So we sincerely thank you, and we will see you there right after this broadcast, where we will continue to talk about more serious matters. Also, it's important to bring up that today is also the 2-year anniversary of the passing of Johnny Hurley. He was a major member of We Are Change Colorado. He was a hero that stopped a monster that wanted to commit a mass shooting. This monster wanted to kill as many police officers as he could. Johnny Hurley got active, got engaged, and stopped this monster. And while taking out the bullets and magazine from this monster's firearms, some untrained police officers, in a clearly bewildering and strange way, took out Johnny Hurley and then waited a very long time to allow an ambulance through before, sadly, Johnny Hurley left us and bled out. We did a full video about this. It's going to be linked in the description. And truly, if you want to know more about this, check out Bruce Bowman on Twitter. Check out all the stuff that We Are Change Colorado is doing as they are celebrating Johnny's life today. And he is definitely someone that deserves to be remembered. His story, his heroic actions saved many lives that day. And sadly, his life was tragically taken away from us by some very bad people who made some very bad decisions. An absolute huge case of injustice that sadly we have still not had any kind of responsibility from. The police officers here not held responsible. Again, clearly, officers that should not be working on the job right now that are still working as cops for some reason. And yeah, the links will be down in the description below to check out more information about Johnny and what else can you say about this matter? All right, we're going to continue today's video, specifically talking about the latest revelation from O'Keefe Media Group that released a video of what they call a, quote, black rock recruiter that came out and talked about how essentially a lot of powerful people buy off politicians. No surprise to everyone, but to hear someone connected to the BlackRock group talk about it was very interesting. Now, how much of this that was said was because he was trying to seduce a fellow person that he was on a date on? How much of this is real life? Well, I guess we will never know. This is, I think it's fair to say, that a lot of powerful people definitely do get to make their own rules, just like Elon Musk today that announced that using the words cis and cisgender are now considered slurs on the Twitter platform, and that there will be a crackdown on this, which will punish people in the algorithm for using these words. Not really the actions of a free speech platform, and my perspective from all of this is that is surmised by saying sticks and stones may break your bones, but names won't hurt me. And I think people should have a better grasp of their own emotional state and not be dependent on people of what they say on the internet, and their offense shouldn't be used as a tool of censorship. And I don't care on what side the censorship leans on. I believe in free speech and think people should have the right to call each other whatever they want when they want. But hey, that's just my perspective, as of course the Daily Mail is also reporting today that Elon Musk is pledging to roll out Teslas in India. This after, quote, having bowed to Indian pressure and censored anti-government Twitter links, end quote. Leaving, of course, some pertinent questions that I think a lot of people would want to ask Elon Musk surrounding this entire situation. But hey, if you're a powerful person in this society, you pretty much get to do whatever you want, just like the Biden criminal, corrupted, legacy political family that's able to, of course, do whatever they want. All of this as the DOJ has been extremely biased, extremely one-sided against the former president of the United States, as even John Durham is telling Congress right now that there was bias at the beginning of the whole Russian collusion scam, which we are now officially finding out was not true from the very beginning, which we called out, and we rightfully called out that very important fact from the very beginning, saying, hey, if you're going to accuse the president of the United States of collusion with a country, show us the evidence, show us the information, show us the documents, show us the links that are actually there. There wasn't any. We called it as bullcrap, and we were attacked by the Washington Post. We were attacked by YouTube. We were censored in many different ways, and even accused of being, quote, Russian agents for simply asking some legitimate questions, which we were right about all along. And while the DOJ goes after Donald Trump, they give, of course, the president's son a slap on the wrist, which is absolutely, totally criminal and insane. As, of course, Hunter Biden has committed a lot of crimes. We know that because there's a lot of photos, there's a lot of videos of him committing those specific crimes. And for him not to be held responsible for the serious crimes and only to get a slap on the wrist, only to get something akin to a parking ticket, is absolutely ridiculous and crazy, and shows us that this system is becoming more hyper-partisan and more dangerous for everyone, as the president of the United States just issued this statement when asked directly about the clear conflict of interest when it comes to the DOJ prosecution of his family members and the current main political opposition party.
So I'd like to ask the press to leave the room. Thank you for coming in.
President, have you spoken to your son today? Have you spoken to him today? Mr. President, any reaction to your son, please? Have you spoken to your son today, Mr. President?
I'm very proud of my son.
Now, personally, if there was so many grotesque photos and so much of just extremely nefarious activities done by particularly maybe my son, maybe I wouldn't say I'm proud of him on national television. But hey, that's just me. As of course, this is the same corrupted political party establishment that is trying to take out their political opposition, that also has a lot of extensive money ties to Russia, to Ukraine, to China, which we're all involved in a dangerous geopolitical problem with, of course, the proxy war that's happening in Ukraine that is desperately being escalated by Western powers that have deliberately shut down peace deals and, of course, further prolonged it, causing more life loss of innocent human beings. And that right there is a government that, in my opinion, definitely deserves to be held accountable, definitely deserves to have the rule of law implemented against it fairly and accurately. Will that ever happen with the next political opposition party going against them? Well, we'll see, but they call it a duopoly for a reason, as, of course, one crime family usually washes the hands of the other crime family in American politics. That's what I see here. Is there a case to actually get some justice here? Let me know what you think. Press 1 if you think there will be justice. Press 2 if you think it will never happen here as far as American politics is proceeding the way it is. Let me know what you guys think. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys actively watching and sharing these videos, and this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org. One more video coming your way right now on lukeunfiltered.com.